Okay. What's your
You
name?
can't record.
What's your name?
Let's get it out here. That's
Because
okay.
because if you
That's
touch
fine.
me, that's fine.
No.
Because if you touch me, I'm going to sue you all, and I'm
That's
letting
okay.
you know that
Well,
now.
this is
Ma'am, you cannot record it.
Okay.
You can't record.
Well, I will be leaving because I'm going to record for my safety.
Hey, we need you up here in the waiting room. We got
Yeah,
someone who's
because this is
recording,
what
being
happens.
agitated,
That's right. It's not
refusing to leave.
agitated, and that's
Thank
why I'm
you.
recording you because I'm not
Well,
agitated
you
because
can't
you're
record in
lying.
here at all, so-
You're lying.
Okay.
I've been waiting here for hours, and my blood pressure has been elevated, and I told you all that. So there was no
okay.
agitation. There was none of
Your
that.
blood pressure.
Well, and your behavior is not either.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm recording you. That's why I'm recording you. That's exactly why you're being recorded. I didn't shove the phone in your face at all. You're lying. Because I asked you a question about it, and you got mad, so that's why you're being recorded.
Okay, cool. I'll grab Wilbur.
So when I sue this hospital, because this is not the first time, it always happens, and this is not the first complaint, but I'll make sure that I got it on tape this time. Blood pressure is 174 over 111.
Ma'am, we can't be recording you.
Okay, and I can leave, but I'm gonna record until I get out of here to make sure for my safety. For my safety.
Someone's hurting you?
Because I told them about me having a concussion. My blood pressure was 100 and something. I asked them a question, so now they're going to try to make it like I'm being just like really out of control. I've been sitting over there for the longest, haven't I said anything? But my blood pressure is still elevated. Doctor told me to come here to get it down. So all of this other stuff, no. You're not going to lie on me and say that I'm being disgruntled or any of that because I've been calm. And I told her, I said, check my blood pressure, and if it's still I will leave it. So it was none of that.
The reason you have to ask you to leave the footage.
Because the record, right, and I understand that, but I've been, like I told them, I volunteered. I volunteered.
Well, we're not finna
I asked to speak to the charge nurse, so all of this came about because I asked to speak to the charge nurse.
Okay.
And I said, it's too much going on in here. I said, check my blood pressure. And if it's still high, I'm gonna go ahead and leave because my doctor had me to come over here. So there was, this voice that I'm in now is the same one, so there was no extra anything. They got mad because I asked questions, and I should be able to ask questions.
Well, now we're supposed to ask you to leave the premises and
And I don't have a problem when I told him, I said, ask her to give me a thing, give me an elevator, right?
An elevator?
Not an elevator, not an elevator, but a thing or whatever.
Hey, I'm Dr.
That's what I
Bissessi.
asked to speak to him. That was it. That was all.
I'm Dr. Bissessi. I'm one of our residents here. Can you tell me your name?
My name is Stacy Crawford.
What's going on, Stacy? What
I
brings you
have
to
a
the hospital?
concussion.
A concussion?
I came here last week. I have a concussion. Came here last week, right? And they diagnosed me with it. Did a CT scan and everything. There was no brain bleed. They said
Good.
if it gets worse, come back.
Okay.
So I called my doctor. I said my blood pressure has been like 170, 180 for a week, over 120.
Okay.
It's been very elevated.
Okay.
Tried everything. I'm on blood pressure medicine.
Sure.
Been taking everything. He told me to go to the ER.
Okay.
So call the ambulance because my equilibrium is off.
Sure.
I've been lightheaded and all of that. I've been here since 1 o'clock,
Yeah.
sitting in there, and I know how ERs are.
Yeah.
But when I ask the question, he wants to get mad at me when I ask for the charge nurse because I'm like, it's been a lot going on here,
Sure.
so that's not helping the blood pressure.
Yeah.
I just needed to try to maintain it.
I got you.
But all of this attitude, it's like this all the time. That's why I don't come. And my doctor's like, Miss Crawford, why are you not coming? Because I have to go through all of this just to get seen. It's ridiculous. You got people throwing up on, people coming behind her throwing up. you got people hitting desks or whatever. How do you think my blood pressure is supposed to be when I got to sit in front of all of this?
I get that. I know. I can't control how busy the CR is. It is very busy.
And I understand
And
that because
when
most ERs are. I worked in the ER, so trust me, I know. But the attitudes and like when you ask a question, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You can't get a blanket. It's just, and when I tell you that this is the first time that I'm speaking out, but I used to be with SLU for over 20-some years, and I stopped because of this, because of all of the stuff that goes on here. Because just for me to see my doctor or to get to someone, I have to go through all of this elevated, nonsense that goes on. I wasn't coming, but my doctor said, that stroke level, you need to go to the ER.
And how high was it?
It was like, when I came here, it was 183, and then when she checked it again, it was like 170 something over 108, but now it elevated even more, so now it's 176 over 111.
Yeah, I got you. I mean, yeah, that blood pressure is like high. We don't want it to get up and stay that high, right? Are you having like any stroke-like symptoms? Are you having weakness in your legs or arms? Or
I'm
slow
having a
speech?
tingling. I don't know if it's from the concussion or whatever, so that's why I called the doctor. He was like, let me know, Miss Crawford. So, jaw pain, the tingling. My heart is just beating real fast. Even when I'm not doing that, I'm sleeping. I have to get up through the middle of the night because it's just racing. So that's what prompted me to call my doctor and prompted me to come into the ER because he said, no, you need to go because you could be having, we just want to make sure. I'm 50 years old. I don't have time to be going around doing none of this stuff or whatever they accuse me of doing because I asked the question. I should be able to ask the question.
Yeah. So where I'm at in my spot right now is you sound like you need to be like evaluated. Okay, we need to probably get some labs on you. I want to control your blood pressure. Unfortunately, we have a lot of people that are really, really sick, right? And so that crowd's a waiting room. And unfortunately, not on you, people out here act up, right? People are thrown up. We see a lot of riffraff.
And I'm okay with
so
that.
our staff sometimes can have a short fuse for anything that's just we have to have patience. And I know it's frustrating. And it would be
worked in the
frustrating.
ER for
I get it. So you get
years.
it. You get where we're at, right?
But this is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. I worked in there and I understand that you cannot control it. But when you start treating people as if they were inhumane or whatever because they're sick, things are going to happen. But don't you dare lie on me and say that I did something when I asked the question and said, check the blood pressure. If it's still too high, I'll go home. I never said I wasn't going to leave. Any of that. I kept the same tone with them and all of that. But don't dare lie.
I'm not accused of anything. I'm hearing what you're saying. Okay, I think that you probably need to be evaluated.
That's why I've been here.
That's probably going to be in a wait for a while.
But he agitated it, everything. Not this gentleman. This one over here, because he came out as if he was RoboCop or something. Before you even asked me what was going on, you just took offense. You just took defense, and you don't do that.
All right. So I hate to say this, but you're probably gonna have to wait out here for a little while until we can get a room back for you to see it. Okay. It sounds like what is going on probably needs some medical attention. Okay, I understand if you don't want to wait. If I can't control the wait time. Okay, we're trying to get to everyone as fast as we can.
I'm just trying not to have a stroke because that stroke, the levels of it and how long it's been, that's what's wearing me no matter what. And I'm on blood pressure medicine.
Well, what doesn't help the blood pressure is everything else, right? So can you hold both arms out for me? Push up against my hands. Good. Push down. Good. Can you kick this leg out towards me? Back towards you. Out towards me. Back towards you. Good. Pull your mask down. Smile real big for me. Say it's a sunny day in St. Louis.
Sunny day in St. Louis.
Can you feel me touch you on both sides?
Yeah.
Does it feel the same on both sides?
No, I can feel more on this side.
Okay. What about when I touch on your hands? Feel the same on both sides? You said a little tingling on this side?
Yeah.
Same thing down here?
I keep getting these blurred visions. It just keeps, the more I get upset, I get, and that's why I've been calm the whole time, just sitting over there and not saying anything. And this is the first time since I've been here that I got up and asked about
So
the blood pressure. Could you check it again? She didn't even want to check it again.
So we don't check it very often. I mean, when we're out here, you'll get vitals done every 4 hours or so.
I've been here for 4 hours.
Yeah, but when we're this busy, you got to understand that things probably aren't going to happen that quick.
And I understand, but it's not what you do, it's how you do it. It's your deliverance on everything.
Sure.
And I get it. I worked in the ER for years. So I get it. But this is not, like I said, this is not the first or the second time.
Yeah.
My doctors know that I refuse to do that I will go and schedule something else. I was here with this place for 20-something years.
Yeah.
It has not changed. It actually has gotten worse.
I believe you.
It has actually gotten worse. And I'm just like, if you're gonna be in the medical field, you better have thick skin and you better be able to take everything. But because every little incident happened, you don't do that. You don't come in to be accusatory towards a patient and thinking and saying that they're being